What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So as a lot of you guys have been following the build, in today's video we're going to be addressing all the interior trim pieces on my E46. So last week we went ahead and we went and did this carbon fiber center console, which I basically just wrapped and actually came out really nice looking. So today we're going to be tackling these trim pieces because just the fact that these carbon fibers don't match is literally bothering me so much. And I think the game plan is that I'm just going to wrap these in Alcantara along with all the way over here. And over here, I'm still debating if I should do this in carbon fiber and Alcantara. I'll see how much material I have left. And then we also have to do the back as well. So all that being said, the first thing we gotta start doing is removing all the trim pieces. So this one's fairly easy. If you just pull up at it like this, it'll pop off. And then there's two Phillips screws. And then you're also gonna have to disconnect the cables that go underneath for the window switches. After you do that, this will just slip out like that. And then you just have to angle this in a funny way just so it slips through the hole. And then that'll come out. So the next trim pieces are going to be the ones that sit on the dashboard itself. So these are just held in with grommets. So basically you just have to get something like a flathead or like a trim tool puller, go from behind and just pop them out, and then they all should just come out. So now that I have all those trim pieces out, now we have to attack door handles. So now we have to tackle the door cart. So basically to take off the door cart, you're going to have to take out the Torx 20 bolts that sit under this plastic piece right here. There's going to be another one under the airbag logo, and there's going to be 3 more underneath the door handle. And you basically just have to pop off this piece with a small little flathead, and the same thing goes for this. So after you have all the door cart bolts out, you just want to make sure when you're pulling it off, you don't interfere with this door lock. You want to make sure you pull off the door handle and the 3 cables, one that goes to the speaker, to the side mirror controls, and then the other speaker. So now you want to go behind the door cart, and to take the handle off, there's going to be 3 Torx 20s that sit over here. And then there's going to be 3 more along the bottom that go over here, over there, and then there should be 1 more at the end, and then you can basically just pull off the handle from the other side. So now that you have the driver's side door handle out, you want to repeat the exact same process for the passenger side. So now to get access to these trim pieces over here, what you're gonna have to do is to remove the rear seat, then the shoulder, and then you'll be able to pull out this door cart right here. So the rear seat's super easy. You just pull up at it and then it should just slowly clip away, and then you just pull it out the car. So after the bottom portion of the seat is out, next thing you want to do is pull out the shoulder. So this, if you literally just pull out the bottom, it should just slip out. And then if you want to give more extra weight, pull out the tab on up here, push it up a little bit, and then it'll give you a bit more playroom, so you can just pull it out, and then it just slips out like this. So after you have both shoulders out, now what you want to do is undo the Torx 20s. So it's literally going to be 1 under here and then 1 under here. And then after you do those, you just want to pull the door cart out. So after you have the door cart out, you just want to make sure to disconnect the speaker cable. And then you want to repeat the exact same process for the other side. So now to take the trim piece off, you want to look at the back of the door cart. And then there's going to be a Torx 20 right there, another one right there, and then another one right there. There's also going to be 2 more Torx 20s that sit behind the foam, 1 around here and then 1 around here. All right, so now I have all the trim pieces inside my house. So this is where they all are. And then basically what I'm going to be wrapping them with, or at least the plan is, I picked up this it's like a suede Alcantara type wrap that I got off AliExpress. So I'm going to be using these, wrapping these, and then I'm going to film the whole process. So what you're going to have to do next is make the armrests ready to get wrapped. So you just have to take the cushion off the armrest. So it's pretty easy. It's basically just held in by a little L-clip style like this. And say this is towards the back of the car. So this is towards the front of the car. So you basically just want to start pulling out the cushion at the front side of the car first, and then it'll just pop out like this. You could also use a flathead to help you out. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and I got the first 2 pieces done. And this looks so good. This actually came out a lot better than I thought it would. Got a piece over here. And I got the middle one done too, over here. And of course, like, the shifter's gonna sit in the middle, so it's not gonna look weird like this, but this actually came out really good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish the rest of the trim pieces, and then we'll see how the final results look. Alright guys, so after about another hour, I finally have all the trim pieces complete. And one thing I could definitely say about the Suede Wrap is that it's much easier to work with than like a typical vinyl wrap. It was just a much more forgiving wrap, especially when you're looking to stretch stuff or just have it stick onto the surface. It just tends to stick a bit better. And the only hard part I'd say about this job, the wrapping it, was definitely this part over here, because you have to stretch it out. Well, something that really did help me is that I made a cut in the wrap right there and right there at an angle. So then I just wrapped it around and then heated it up, and then it ended up coming out really good. But then other than that, this is the result. Don't mind the dust on the wrap, but this is how it basically looks. It's on the inside. So the one thing that does suck is that I actually didn't have enough of the Suede Wrap to complete the rear armrests. So I basically just left them how they were. I'm just gonna have to order more wrap and just do it another time, but at least we have the front done, so this looks nice and clean. And then other than that, let's just go ahead and get this installed. All right, so I have all the trim pieces back to the car now, so I'm just gonna slowly start going ahead and reassembling the interior. All right, guys, so about 30 minutes later, I have everything back installed, and this is how it looks. It just looks so much better. I'm so happy with how this came out. Especially the center console just looks so much cleaner and better now. My OCD's finally not killing me anymore. Just overall, it came out really good. I'm actually really impressed with this wrap. It's a lot easier to work with than normal wrap, so it's actually a much easier of a job to get done. And it sticks on pretty good too. I'm actually really happy with how it came out. There's only one downside I could say about the wrap is that this like suede material just catches like dust and like just any type of debris so easily. It tends to get dirty really quick, but it still looks much better than like the scratched up Q-Carbon I had. But overall, I'm actually really impressed. This looks amazing. And it matches so much better now, especially the ambient lighting and the carbon. I feel like it's a good mix of everything. So now I'm just going to quickly take the car outside where there's some daylight, and then I'll take some nice cinematics for you guys. So, after watching the install, what do you guys think? Honestly, considering that I only paid like 20 bucks for all the wrap combined, I think this is a really good way to clean up the trims of your E46. And also considering that the suede trim is a lot easier to work with than like a typical vinyl wrap that you would get. And it was also pretty good because the trim I had in my car already installed was pretty scratched up and old. So this was a really good way just to clean it up and make it look much newer again. But you guys let me know. What do you guys think? I'm honestly just so happy like the OCD isn't killing me anymore with this, and I just feel like the center console especially just looks so much nicer now. And this overall is just a good way to just clean up the interior by a lot. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you guys have any questions or comments, you can just leave them down below, and I'm more than happy to answer. And if you guys want to see more of my car, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it on the page around here somewhere. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
But do you ever try to puff on the right side, put it up in your mind? But do you ever try to